Team of the season on Thursdays is absolutely insane because the day before we get the guaranteed TOTS packs. On top of that, we get division rival rewards, investments, and we also get all of the leaks for the upcoming team of the season. So this video is going to be absolutely insane, and pretty much every single Thursday is going to be like this. So make sure you don't miss any Thursday uploads for the next 6 weeks during team of the season. Let's start with the League on Arkema. It's going to be a purple one. There's a couple decent purple cards. This one's going to be Blaz, I think, from the men's team, which is only 11,000 coins. Maybe legitimately the worst team of the season that we could have packed. That is actually possibly the worst one. He'll get thrown back into another SBC in due time, but maybe we get something a little bit better out of this one, something that's not discard price. At least it's not purple. Is this, oh, Marquinhos maybe? This might be Marquinhos. If so, we will absolutely take that, but it's not. It's going to be, what's his name? Alexandro, yes. I mean, that's still okay. I think he goes for like 50,000 coins. In the grand scheme of things, definitely could have been better. Let me know down in the comments right now, who did you get in your guaranteed TOTS pack today? But let's go ahead and hop into today's video. We'll start off with our investments. Do you guys need coins in FC25 Ultimate Team? Well, U7Buy has you covered. It's cheap, it's fast, and it's safe with 24/7 online customer support. Even big creators use it, and it has over 40,000 positive reviews. Make sure to use my link down in the description and use code NITRO for an extra 8% at checkout. And on top of all of that, you'll get a 19% newcomers coins bonus. Thursdays are pretty insane for team of the season, guys. I'm very excited for the Premier League TOTS that comes out tomorrow because we're going to have 500 packs saved or more for this promo, and we're going to be ripping all of them during Prem TOTS. We're going to obviously have a lot of extra fodder. We'll use that for future weeks and hopefully end up packing some other team of the seasons in the future, but I'm going big for the Premier League TOTS, and we actually know all of the leaked cards now for this team as well as all of the leaked SBCs. But before we get into that, we're going to start with our investments exiting the League One team of the season because we've got one more day left of this and we just had division rival rewards. So what I decided was to go out and pick up some of these cards, guys, and some of my favorites aren't the ones that are super expensive. In fact, there are some of the cheaper ones. Now there's two versions of cheap cards. One are fodder cards like Aklioche right now, who's 13,750 roughly. You could probably snipe them for 13,000 or less. You've got cards like Blast. This card 12,250. I've been getting them for 11,500. Which is the cheapest you can actually get them for. You've got other cards that are pretty cheap here, like Zakaria and like Højbjerg. There's definitely different options to go with that are fodder in all three teams, including the Arkema Premier League. But there's also another version of cheap cards, which are not quite fodder, but also not quite super meta. And that is a card like Karchawi. Fits into that medium budget range at about 70,000 coins right now. This is a card that, because of division rival rewards, has dropped from about 100,000 coins all the way down to 70 right now. Her lowest point during the week was 81,000. Actually took a little bit of a rise going into Thursday, which is rare. A lot of times we see cards drop a lot on Wednesdays, which I guess they did go down some on Wednesday still, but not as much as I thought. They actually rose exiting Wednesday and into Thursday, and then as we got division rival rewards here Thursday morning, that card has crashed down to 70K. These are the kind of cards that I think that there's profit to be made on, and that's why I've gone out and picked up some of these Karchawis as an investment. As you can see right here, we've got a decent amount of the Karchawis for about 65, 66, 64, 65, 66. It's not a bad price right there. We're already actually in profit range, but we also picked up some Tolisos, and we're going to go and show his graph as well because he's not the card that really stands out to you, right? 32,000 coins. He's not the most meta of all of the cards in this team, but he's definitely usable. In a card that's been in demand this week, of course, he was about 45,000 coins before the Division Rival rewards came out. So he has dropped down to about 30K, and that's roughly what we've been getting him for, about 30,000 coins, 28.5, 30, 29, 30, 30, 30. Yeah, you guys get the point. So we've been picking up some Tolisso as well. Now, it doesn't just stop with them. Those might be my favorite right now, but there's definitely other cards that are going to follow a very similar trend today. Alexandra, who we just packed, might be one of them. Maybe Klaus could be a good shout for this kind of method. Now, we're not going to hold these cards forever. We're just going to see if they rebound throughout the day and maybe into the weekend, but I don't really want to hold these cards for weeks on end. Now, will they go up over the course of several weeks? Possibly, but it's not an investment that I really want to hold for that long. So it's kind of up to you on how long you want to hold it. I think they'll rebound enough for good profit over the next couple of days. So I've picked up a mixture of the fodder cards that are really, really cheap, and a mixture of meta cards that are not that expensive as well. So we've also got these really, really cheap team of the season cards like Malik Tillman, 13,000 coins. We got some of them for like, we've got Blas here for 11.5 because the TOTS highlights cards, these purple ones, are actually cheaper than the blue ones. And I think that's because more people like use the blue ones in the SBCs. It's not because Tillman's any better than Blas. In fact, I'd probably be more likely to use Blas for links because of that French link rather than Dutch league and American links right there for Tillman. So it's just honestly better to get, it's probably better to get the blue ones because more people use them, but it's less risk to get the purple ones because I got them for 11,500. You can quick sell it for 11,100. You can't see it behind my camera right now, but 11,100 is what you can quick sell it for. So the most I could lose on that card is 400 coins. And that's why it's really just no risk right now. So I figured I'd stack my transfer list with a bunch of them, right? There's no risk at all. So let's go ahead and get some of these cards that are really, really cheap right now. And maybe EA Sports will continue to use them as SBC requirements, which I expect to be the case. So not much risk. Maybe it doesn't go up in price, but every single year in the past, we've seen these cards rise over time during team of the season. So I think it's worth picking up at least a club stock of a lot of the discard cards. So I would club stock, cards like Blas. I would even club stock cards like Aklioche or Zakaria and Hoiberg and pretty much any of these guys that might stand out to you. This might actually be a good investment. Gesund, this card right here, how much did he drop today? So he went from 90K all the way to 120, back down to 90K. So he's not at his lowest point right now, but his card does look pretty good. A lot of people seem to be wanting this card. Maybe keep an eye on him today. That could be a card that maybe goes up as he goes out of packs, because take a look at the rise he already had while in packs. If he's doing that while in packs, there's enough demand to probably rise out of packs. So we'll keep an eye on him throughout the next 48 hours. But what's happening in the next 48 hours is we're going to get some new SBCs and we're going to get some new big cards. And these cards are going to come in the form of Premier League Team of the Season. We're also going to get the Team of the Season for the Women's Premier League, which is the Barclays Super League, as well as the third league, which we'll get to in a minute. But this is the confirmed Team of the Season, but not the confirmed stats. We're going to get honestly some pretty familiar names. Salah, Van Dijk, Haaland still got in despite getting injured about 2 months ago. Gabriel, of course, was always going to get in. Isak was going to get in. I voted for him. Alexis McAllister makes sense. Declan Rice, of course. Saliba got in. Bruno Fernandes. Saka snuck his way in. We've got Gravenberch, of course, was always going to get in. Alexander-Arnold gets in over Ola Aina, which I thought was honestly a little bit surprising. Sells gets that goalkeeper spot. Cole Palmer sneaks his way in despite having a quieter second half to the season. Anthony Robinson at left back. Chris Wood deserves it. Kirkez, another left back, and then Milenkovic as a center back. But those are not the only cards we're going to have, because we're going to have some pretty insane SBCs. Jamie Vardy as the first one. End of an era. That is a beautiful card. I don't know if this is the exact card design, but I hope it is, because that is incredible, and the stats right there look great. And those stats are confirmed. I don't know if the dynamic image is confirmed, but we're going to have power shot, quick step, and low driven with 99 pace, 95 shooting, 90 physicality on that card. Disgusting. Then we're going to get a David Raya SBC. Not an SBC that really interests me. It's the official stats right there. And quite frankly, if you did the Casillas SBC during Team of the Year like I did, then you've already got a better goalkeeper than this David Raya. So I just don't see any real desire to do that one. We're going to get a women's card here with Turland, official stats and playstyles. Really good playstyles with the finesse shot and rapid. First touch plus is, I guess, okay. And then the stats look pretty good, but maybe tougher to link that card. We've got Bruno Guimaraes coming as an SBC. These are the official stats right there. Almost part of the 9-goal-in club, but he only has 88 shooting, 3 playstyle pluses. Pretty average card at this point in Team of the Season. We've got a lot of cards that are 90 plus on all stats. And with similar play styles, it's nothing that really stands out. We have Anthony Elanga coming as an SBC, whipped cross, rapid, and low driven. Pretty good play styles, really good pace with 98 pace. Only 91 rated, but honestly, the stats look pretty good. Might be an SBC I'm considering doing if it's cheap enough. So we've got a lot of SBCs on the way. Hopefully, they'll require more of the Team of the Week and Team of the Season requirements, because we've started to see where they've said you can use a TOTS or a Team of the Week to complete this SBC. If we take a look over on these active SBCs and look at the League 1 or Arkema, you actually have the requirements. Does it show the requirements on here, actually? I don't know if it does, but if we look at the completed challenges, you'll see that you can use a TOTS card or a Team of the Week card. There it is. SBC requirements there below my camera. Any TOTS or Team of the Week, minimum 1, so you can use any of those cards for it. So I'm expecting them to continue to use these SBC requirements on a lot of things going forward. So hopefully those will bring up the price of those cards. Anyway, back to the game, because we've got some more things to talk about, guys. We obviously have been grinding to get these packs, and I want to kind of resurface what I've been doing to get the most out of all of my bronze and silver cards. So one thing that I've kind of noticed is that if you go over to the Icons SBC tab and you do the bronze tab of Born Legend with the rare bronze players you should have a ton of bronze players in your club right now, realistically, because you've been doing that daily bronze upgrade 3 times every day, and you don't really have a lot to throw it into other than the daily gold upgrade, which isn't something I'm doing anymore because it's just not worth it right now. It was before Team of the Season, not anymore. But if you do the Born Legend, you get more silver cards, so you get a small silver players pack. I was able to do quite a few of these, and it gave me enough silver cards to do quite a few of the crafting upgrade, or the grind upgrade, I should say. Grinding upgrade with those bronze cards. Now, you're going to keep those non-rare bronzes, and hopefully they'll do something similar to the grassroots upgrade that we had during the grassroots promo, where you got to submit bronze cards and get gold cards in return. Hopefully they'll do something along that those lines during Team of the Season at some point. So I'm just club stocking the rest of the bronzes, but the rare bronzes you can turn into silvers, which turns into a grind pack, which turns into gold cards and hopefully Team of the Seasons for you. But as we're going to rip these packs now soon, throwing them back in to the TOTS crafting upgrades honestly seems better than the premium upgrades, because all you need is 2 rare cards to get this 5 times 77 plus. And of course, you're going to need some non-rare cards. I've got a lot of those, and if you want to do the daily gold upgrades, then you could and get some more non-rare gold cards. But this is, in my opinion, better than the premium upgrades that we've gotten this week, because you need 11 rare gold cards for this, and that will club wipe you very quickly. You can actually get about 5 to 6 of the 77 plus times 5s versus one of these. And to me, it just makes more sense to keep ripping this crafting upgrade. We've completed it probably 130 times now. So we've gotten all the objectives done by getting 100 of the TOTS crafting upgrades done. But I've continued to do it because it's just really, really good value SBC right there that you can continue to do even after you've completed those objectives. So with that being said, you do your upgrades for your daily silver upgrade, you do your super daily silver upgrade, and then you move on to getting that grinding upgrade done, the TOTS crafting upgrade done, and then once we rip these packs, throwing the 81 pluses into upgrades like the 83 plus times 10, and then anything that's 80 rated or below, you throw it back in to the TOTS crafting upgrade, and it just works over and over and over again. So even though we've got 500 packs saved right now, realistically, we're probably going to have close to 1,000 packs by when we're all said and done, because we can throw a lot of this fodder right back in to these 5x77 rare player packs, which, yes, they have a lower chance of packing an active TOTS, and maybe I'll be more inclined to do the premium upgrades once the Premier League comes around. But for right now, I actually do like the crafting upgrades a little bit better. Now, the entire market is down right now. A lot of cards have been dropping in price. Really, the team of the season cards are probably a lot cheaper than people had anticipated these team of the seasons being. So many cards that are less than 100,000 coins just all across the board. Maybe a little less with League One, because there are some more cards that are kind of the price that we've seen with previous promos. But what we're seeing here is the upgrades for team of the season, other than the fact that some of these cards got 4 playstyle plus, don't look all that different from some of the promos we've already seen in the last couple of weeks, really. And with that being said, the prices aren't really that insane. And with the pack weight, it's honestly not that hard to pack these cards. It's bringing down the meta market. And I just don't see a recovery happening maybe ever. I think the market is kind of coming down now. Maybe after team of the season, there's some time to breathe, or towards the end of team of the season, but I just don't see the meta market recovering to any point of health that it was before team of the season. I think we are into a stage during this FC25 cycle where the market's going to continue to get a little bit more dead and a little bit more dead. Now, that does not mean that we're not going to be continually trying to make coins, because we're going to need coins to make the most of every single promo and to trade with some of the best cards like Ousmane Dembele, and then this upcoming week like Salah and Haaland and all of them cards. But realistically, you do want to be spending some of your coins. All of the coins that we've traded for this year, you want to be putting it into something enjoyable, like repeatable SBCs that we're getting during team of the season. Because, I mean, unless you're planning on selling these coins to U7 Buy or somebody at the end of the year or during team of the season, you got to be able to do your something with your coins. I've had a lot of years where I've had 10 million plus coins at the end of the year, and I just kind of leave them there, and I never touch them. I never do anything with them, and I just don't think that there's really much of a reason to do that. We've traded, and we can do anything in this game that we want. We have millions upon millions of coins, and we have the ability to make more kind of whenever we want it. It's getting easier and easier to trade as the year goes on, and it becomes a little bit easier to make coins. People care about their coins less, so there's a lot more lazy buyers on the market, and they're just making us coins for free. But don't be afraid to spend a little bit at this point in the year, especially as we're getting into Premier League team of the season. I'm going hard. I'm going big with the team of the season cards, and I'm very excited for it. So if you see my coin total going down because I'm spending coins kind of recklessly, yeah, that's the reason why. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Let's rip one more big pack before we end today's video. We'll rip an 84 plus times 7. Give me a blue. Give me a blue. That is blue. That is blue. It's a center mid. I feel like we've been here before, actually. Getting some sort of deja vu. It's almost like this is, double. Still not great, but double team of the season in that pack. Could there be a third? Could there be a third behind both of them? No, but I mean, I can't be complaining about getting 2 team of the seasons and 1 7 times 84. That's a pretty good way to end today's video. Subscribe, like. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.